Reporting for InMontgomery.us, I'm Paulina Woods, and it's a pleasure to have fashion designer and Project Runway All-Star Mychael Knight and makeup artist Day Hill with us here today. Thank you all so much for joining us. How are you, Mychael?
I'm great. I'm home. I'm glad to be back in Montgomery, so I'm awesome.
It's always a great time to come home. You always miss home, and it's always a pleasure to be home. Day, how are you today?
I am doing wonderful. I'm happy to be here.
Great. So, Mychael, tell us, your background. For those of our viewers who may not be familiar with Mychael Knight, tell us, where did you start?
Well, I started on a dark, dusty road in Montgomery. No, I'm joking. Really, I went to college in South Georgia. I went to Georgia Southern University, where I majored in apparel design and merchandising. Went through school and decided to move, so Atlanta was the stop. And I knew I didn't want to work in retail, even with this design degree, but I didn't really have the money to start my own company. But just with some prayer and just some faith, I did it anyway, and kind of started doing it through fashion styling. So Jagged Edge was the first group to kind of give me my start. I designed some stuff from them, but then from them it rolled into Sierra and Carrie Hilson, and actually during the time that's when Day and I met. And the rest is history. From there, had an opportunity to audition for Project Runway on Bravo, and I did the first time, and they told me no, and then I auditioned for a second time, and they said yes, and went on the show, and won quite a few challenges and made it to the finals. I didn't win the show, but ever since that moment, my life has just been one fantastic, amazing, design, fashion-filled ride. So that's all that.
That's great. And a lot of people don't get to live out their dreams because they don't push hard enough, or their finances are always a struggle, and you overcame all of that, and that's great. So, Day, where did you start? You're a makeup artist. Where did that start?
I actually started out in theater. I was acting. I went to Performing Arts High School, Tri-Cities High School. It's in Atlanta. Hey. And from there, I would do makeup and hair for the different shows and stuff like that while I was in the shows. And once I got out, I just realized I love making people feel beautiful, and I love creating characters. And around the time I met Mychael is when I really was like, no, what I really love is fashion. So once we met each other, it was kind of like we just clicked, and we would be at parties and everything, and we would be somewhere talking about fashion. Everybody be partying, and we'd be like, okay, did you see Did you see this? Did you see that? So it was really, it's like a dream that's coming true, and that's, it's been a great ride, and I love it. It's ups and downs, but it's good.
So you're getting the best of both worlds, the makeup industry and the fashion world, and you guys, peas in a pot.
Yeah, definitely.
So what brought along your love for fashion? What sparked the passion?
For me, it honestly was just preordained. It was nothing I personally decided. I honestly, at the age of 9, one day, literally was watching like Soul Train, and I saw something on Soul Train, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I can't remember what it was, but I was like, at that time, I didn't know what designing was, so I used to say draw. I can draw a dress like that, but I can draw it better. So that's how I just started sketching, and I didn't even know it. So really, it wasn't like a conscious decision. Like, it just really chose me, and I've always known this is what I wanted to do, and I was just so blessed to have parents who supported that and nurtured that, my mom and my dad. So that's, like I said, it chose me. It was nothing I consciously did.
And that way you have a love for it. That shows passion.
Definitely.
So your show is coming up.
It is.
Tell us when and where.
Yes, I'm having a night in Winter Wonderland. That's the name of the show. We're doing it December 20th, of course, here in Montgomery, Alabama, at the RSA Dexter Building. I'm really excited about it. This is my first time ever doing a show at home. I'm just glad that I can kind of pay it forward and just show the city of Montgomery, look at what you produced, and look at what you can produce and what you can be as well. So, and Day, of course, has agreed to help me because she designed the makeup looks and the hair looks. So, it's gonna be a really great show. It's gonna be a winter wonderland. You just have to come and see.
I'm excited about it. So tell us, what brought you to Montgomery? What was the decision to bring it here?
Honestly, just for the simple fact that it was home. I've never done a fashion show here, and the time just felt right. It just, sometimes again, a lot of the times as artists, we kind of think viscerally, like you just let your emotions kind of move you to kind of like work and create or do some things, and that's what happened with this situation. I just felt like it was time for me to do something home, and that's how it kind of started.
Okay. So, Day, tell us, how can we keep in touch with you? Do you have any social media, any networks that we can keep in touch with Day?
You can go to my website, dayhill.me. So that's www.dayhill.me. Instagram is my friend. I love Instagram, and that's Dayhill MUA. And then Facebook is Dayhill. So you can keep it that way.
And Michael, how can we keep in contact with you?
Yeah, well, first of all, my website, mychaelknight.com, is there. You can reach me. And then Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, they're all my name, Mychael Knight. Michael spelled with an I. Call me. No, I'm joking. But yeah. Oh, I also wanted to mention too that for those who are really interested in coming to the fashion show, please, you can buy tickets at Night's Winter Wonderland at Eventbrite.com. You can Google it, check it out, go to that address, and we have different packages. It's going to be really an amazing event. It's going to be really fantastic. So I hope I'll see you there, Pauline. You have an invite.
Without casting, we're actually casting today.
Yes.
We're looking for models, makeup artists, hairstylists. We need you all to come. We would
Designers too.
And designers. We would love for you all to have an opportunity to work with us, and we work with you, and to be a part of something that we think it's going to be magical. I really think it's going to be great. Yeah. So I'm excited.
Well, I appreciate the personal invitation, and hopefully I could be a part of the show. I'm going to come out to the casting call tonight at the Lila Varley Theater, and I hope to see other viewers of ours. So thank you, Mychael Knight. It was intriguing to me to have both of you here, to interview both of you, and I really appreciate it. So does In Montgomery Media Group. I'm Paulina Woods reporting for InMontgomery.us.